What is going on, y'all? Welcome back out to Convention in the Backyard. I am Jordan, and this is one of my azaleas. It's just doing gangbusters. It is March 24th, and this thing is already completely in full bloom. It's crazy. I've got a few buds down here that are just now starting to come out, a few here that haven't actually budded out. Then I've got a couple out here that are starting to lose their color. So this thing, I'm going to be pulling all these buds eventually. I just thought I would let y'all see it while it is still gorgeous. I mean, this thing is just amazing. Flowers everywhere. So in probably a week or so, I'll be pulling all the flowers off and doing some major repruning, and this needs to get repotted. This is its second year in this pot. If you look under here, I mean, there's just lots and lots and lots of fine root growth. Might actually be able to go for another year. I don't know. I'll pull it out of the pot. Worst thing happens, I just put it back into the pot. But I mean, there's just lots and lots of root growth down in there. So it probably does need to get repotted. We'll clean this up, and then we will do some work on it. And I guess I will see y'all in about a week or two when this thing is actually getting some work done to it. So, that's it. So it's been about a week, and as you can see up here, the flowers are starting to wilt. So it's time to start pulling buds. So what we'll do is I'll come in. So right here, you can see, grab it. You need to make sure that down here you get the base, which is where the seeds would form, and so you're left with nothing in these little leaves on the outside. So again, just grab and pull, and sometimes here, I'll do it the wrong way. You see this down here? This is where the seeds would form. And so what we want to do is we want to get rid of that, because all that's going to do is eat into the energy that the plant's going to have to provide energy to those seeds to develop. And what we want it to do is we want it to provide energy into the leaves, produce back budding, produce new shoots. So what I'll go through and do is we'll rip all the flowers off of this, and then probably tomorrow or Monday I will come in here and pull off the moss, get this out of the pot, and we will repot and style this, trying to, I don't know what I want to do with it yet. We'll find out once I get all of this done, get it back to bare bones. And so yeah, go ahead and pull all this off.
Old man in the backyard smiling, beer flowing like wildfire. Bonsai, shears in hand, leaves falling without a plan. One fall of colors fades, autumn's kiss among the blades. His touch gentle yet precise, nature's canvas feels so nice. Leaves tumble down like rain, forgotten whispers of the plain. Life's a cycle, we believe in the bonsai's falling leaves. A melody sky as the seasons drift on by. Leaves tumble down like rain, forgotten whispers of the plain. Life's a cycle, we believe in the bonsai's falling leaves. Leaves tumble down like rain, forgotten whispers of the plain. Life's a cycle, we believe in the bonsai's falling leaves.
And as you can see over here, I had 4 little flower buds that never popped. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those, but get in my way when I'm pruning and pruning and repotting. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to go in and make some like major branch selection. I'm going to take out most of this, so we'll probably wind up with maybe this branch right here as our tree. I think I'm going to take everything else out. We can either do that one, or we can change the planting angle if we need to, and go with another. Alright, what's up, y'all? So we've got all the flowers taken off. It's a couple days later. Yeah, just full of roots. So we're gonna have to come in, get all this moss off the top first, so I can find those wires.
Estrogen on the shears and clay, picking tiny leaves, it's a bonsai day. The roots are tangled like my thoughts, they say. Time to set them free in a brand new way. Feeling groovy with my tiny tree, a micro jungle in my living spree. Pour some water, just sip with glee. This bonsai baby is the life for me. Repot, give it better soil. Tiny roots deserve a chance to coil. Snip and trim, make it feel royal. Tiny trees, revolution in the soil. Dust off the oak, my plant's new home. Put it in the center like a gnome. Tender hands setting roots to roam. Let it grow, explore, world to comb. Little branches reaching for the sun. Tiny shadows on my window, fun. Big rewards from this mini one. Nature's on now, my soul is one. Repot, give it better soil. Tiny roots deserve a chance to coil. Snip and trim, make it feel royal. Tiny trees, revolution in the soil. Play some tunes while I trim and care. It's a dance party for my green affair. Leaves are swaying like they just don't care. Tiny tree grooving without a single care. Repot, give it better soil. Tiny roots deserve a chance to coil. Snip and trim, make it feel royal. Tiny trees, revolution in the soil. Tiny trees, revolution in the soil. Tiny trees, revolution in the soil. Dust off the oak, my plant's new home. Put it in the center like a gnome. Send your hands, setting roots to roam. Let it grow, explore, world to comb. Dust off the oak, my plant's new home. Put it in the center like a gnome. Send your hands, setting roots to roam. Let it grow, explore, world to comb.
Alright, so I'm thinking my best base probably gonna be up here. we've got this big hole back here in the Nabari. We had this big root coming off right here, but it was wrapping down and around. And it just wasn't usable. Hopefully I didn't take off too much. But it should be fine. There's not a whole lot of foliage up here, and there's a bunch of fine feeder roots. Hopefully we'll get some back in here. We'll plant this a little bit more this year. So this was planted 2 years ago, so in 2023. Took it out of a nursery container. Got most of the soil out, and then I just came in and got most of the rest of it out. Some of this will have to get taken out in 2 more years when it gets replanted. But our best front is probably going to be either here towards you, so right there. Actually, yeah, it's probably going to be right there. So our choices, now it's a pretty straight trunk from here to here. We can come up and go this way with it. I don't want to use this as the main leader because when I cut it last time, I had a branch break off back here, and it has not healed up really well. So I can either go with this one or if we do like that, we can come up and go up. Come up and use this as our first directional branch. So we can either come up and go over or we could use this one even as our first directional branch. We could take this back and bring this up. Or we could keep it as a broom. If we're going to keep it as a broom, we'd need to take this off, clean up this cut back here a little bit, and hope it rolls over next year. Or we could even take off this one and this one. And this is the direction of branch. Clean up this back side. Or we could start from scratch, take this, and this one out here. And we could keep this one. This one has to go. It's sitting there all ugly and stuff. I really don't like the way this scarred up. There it goes. It's an azalea, so I might try this as a hardwood cutting. I know it's not really the right season for it. But it should be able to develop some roots before it gets too hot. So I might stick this down in some dirt. Level this out a little bit. Really the only thing that I've got going up is maybe this one. And the only big problem that I see is no matter which way we go, we're going to have a big scar looking at us. My wife's not going to like me very much, but I think I'm going to take everything off except for this and this. About like that for planting. So really just these two. I think this is some decent paper. Thick to a little bit thinner to even thinner right here. It'll get rid of some of this. Although there's a lot of reverse taper up here. I may have to just bring that up. We can cut back to some lower shoots on all of this. I know we're taking this way back, so I think eventually this is going to wind up being the front. So I'm going to have to take out both of these. One of them's got an old scar on it anyway. This one has a back branch and get rid of this. And hopefully this part will thicken up, or even bring this forward as the new top. And then keep this one over here as a back branch. And get rid of this one because it's way too big, although this one does come off the front. So if we got rid of this one and kept these two, those are kind of barred. Slightly not. We could nibble in with this. I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to keep this one right here as our top rank, or as our main leader. Bring this out to the side. Bring this to the back a little bit. Alright, so there we are. So we've got left, right, back, left, right, back. We'll bring this one up like that. So all of this just needs to get trimmed back. We'll come back to that one's already cut back to where it needs to go. This one we can bring back here. Leave all that for right now. This is going to leave a pretty big scar on it. This is, I mean, it's a native azalea, so it's never going to be like a big show tree. I really should have done this the last time. I had thought about it, taking it down to an informal upright. There was some inverse taper here. We try and nibble that out a little bit as we can. And I'll come in with a wool sealer. Make sure we keep this clean. And so there we go. That's a new shape. This should heal up alright. And I mean, if it doesn't, we can come in, clean that up again, and next year that really should be the only cut I need to dress. All the rest of these are either old or really small. So we can use the same pot. It's still got the screens in it. Nice and clean. It's about right there. Just just need to get some new tie-down wires. I'll be using 100% canola on this. It's what it was planted in last time. And it's an azalea, so they really like acidic soil.
Let's dive in. Rosy cheeks and tangled beard, branches grown in shapes revered, green thumb dancing in his hand, nature tree so grand. Snap, snap, leaves on the ground, silent symphony, no sound. Tiny trees just standing tall, magic in his garden small. Twigs with utmost care, making shapes from thin air. Fingers deft, a true artiste. Nature turned to masterpiece. Afternoon turns twilight dire. Still he works, does not tire. Moonlight shadows skipping plants. Underneath his trance like that. Snap, snap, leaves on the ground. Silent symphony, no sound. Tiny trees just standing tall. Magic in his garden small.
As far as line goes, the main branches are basically set where they're going to be. They're going to be real hard to move, but I should be able to manipulate the secondaries a little bit. Over here. Make sure you're not trapping any the foliage. So we're going to do the same thing over here on this one. We'll just have to make sure over this growing season that these wires don't bite in. So this back branch back here, we're waiting on it to back bud down here somewhere, and then we'll cut back to that. But until then, I want to make sure that I got some energy flowing both ways on this branch, just so we can induce that back budding a little bit. I did cut off basically all of the tips of the branches, so we should be getting a big portion of back budding all over this thing. Like, it'll start down here and just the whole thing all the way up to the top. So yeah, the only thing I'll have left to do is throw a little bit of moss on this, but y'all don't have to see me do that. That's just cosmetic thing. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'll just have to moss this in, water it in, and it'll go back out on the bench. It's an azalea, so it's meant to be eaten by deer. So deer can just tore this thing all to pieces, and now we just need to wait for it to bounce back. So yeah. So the next time I see y'all out at the bench in the backyard, just remember, you're growing big, but keep them small.